Step 1. Read or listen to the text. Lunsford Lane, who grew up on a plantation near Raleigh, North Carolina, manufactured pipes and tobacco and succeeded in saving enough money to buy his own freedom and purchase his wife and 7 children. Here, he describes his experiences as a slave child. He said, "My infancy, time as a baby, was spent upon the floor in a rough cradle or sometimes in my mother's arms. My early boyhood in playing with the other boys and girls, colored and white, in the yard, and occasionally doing such little matters of labor as one of so young years could. I knew no difference between myself and the white children, nor did they seem to know any in return. Sometimes my master would come out and give a biscuit to me, and another to one of his own white boys. But I did not perceive, no, the difference between us. I had no brothers or sisters, but there were other colored families living in the same kitchen, and the children playing in the same yard with me and my mother. When I began work, I discovered the difference between myself and my master's white children. They began to order me about and were told to do so by my master and mistress. I found, too, that they had learned to read, while I was not allowed, to have a book in my hand. To be in possession of anything written or printed was regarded as an offense, a bad thing. And then there was the fear that I might be sold away from those who were dear to me and conveyed, taken to the far south. I had learned that being a slave, I was subject to the worst, to us, of all calamities, and I knew of others in similar situations to myself, thus sold away. My friends were not numerous, but in proportion as they were few, they were dear, and the thought that I might be separated from them forever was like that of having the heart wrenched from its socket, while the idea of being conveyed or taken to the far south seemed infinitely or really worse than the terrors of death. All right, answer these 2 questions. What was Lunsford Lane's childhood like? When did Lunsford Lane realize his life was different than the white kids'?